We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so countless
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the ASR Tour. Tonight, the regular season comes to an end. 94 laps, 2 green flag stages, lap 24 and 48. 65% gas. We bumped it up earlier today, especially these trucks. They got a little bit smaller tank than the car, it seems. So, 10-minute qualifying is coming to an end. They've got about 3 minutes. And, man, the push for the playoffs is coming. This is it. Let me find these points here, as we will have Daniel Holloway, Akers, Duvendak, Poston, Wilder, Weber, Overstreet, and Williams do have playoff points. But on the bubble of elimination, Ambrose, Russell Hancock, DJ Maddish, Grayson Pate. That's going to be your bubble drivers. Remember, at the tour, we have the opportunity for 4 cars to have a shootout next week, where the top 2 will advance into the round of 14. So they're looking for that 13 and 14 spot. It'll be the final 2 cars, and that's going to happen next week. But first, we've got to get our playoffs locked underway. About a minute to go. Hopefully everybody's having a great night tonight. Didn't work too hard on this great Monday. I've got old David Hartney in the booth again with me tonight. If you tuned in last night, he joined me up there as we premiered a new league, the NSRA, Sunday Super Series. And that's going to... It was a very good race. In fact, race winner Alex Giffen, I believe, joined the tour today. So, he is. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of movement between these leagues, especially as they see them all being broadcasted. So, exciting. Exciting for sure. But with about a minute left to qualifying, everybody seems qualifying. The 10 minutes happen, so these drivers get that last second opportunity to round up anything they've got to get in their house. Kiss the kids. Thank the wife. Go pee. Most of them go and pee. If you're Ambrose, grabbing a few beers. Making sure the cooler's stocked. But, yeah, it's going to be exciting. These bubble drivers, we'll see what they do tonight. See if they can jump. And really, it is not. It's very close all the way down from 14th all the way to 18th. So this is anybody's race. And remember, it's win and get in. So if they have not won yet, and we get a new winner tonight, and they meet the minimum requirement of races, well, they're in. That's what I said. We are going to run into a ton of great racing as all regular seasons are coming to an end this week. But before we get there, let's get these engines started.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
All right. And these drivers starting to grid up. They've got about a minute. Let's get out of this zoomed in. It's okay. I'll have a Wilder here. He'll yell at me soon to put back up this ticker. I'm ready for it tonight. I will remember to put the ticker up after we get through the grid. I hope. I do. I do it every week. In fact, I was thinking, like, we ran NSRA last night. I didn't even start the engines. I'm pretty sure we completely skipped that part of it, and you know what? Hey, that's what happens. I'm still on Talladega Boulevard. I see a Shooter McGavin up there in the front. You gotta start on that front row. As they are coming through, we will get our grid up. Now that our leader has entered, of course, to join last, Mr. Brad Saxton. I feel Brad is always behind, but he's got the pole tonight. Will Weber starting on his high side. Jeremy Osborne, Ethan Horst, Mr. Chris Akers, Carl Lingle continuing this run. Sean Wilder, Daniel Holloway, Grayson Pate, and Alex Giffen. Alex winning last night. Now he's over here at the ASR Tour. Mr. David Overstreet and Dalton Gibson. Tyler Hurt, the 99, Robert Duvendak. You can catch him in the booth Wednesday night with me. Jacob Greenlee, Joe Fogg. Todd Poston with his no number, once again, Kirby Caputa. Matt Benke, Ambrose Knievel, like evil. John Bell, Matt Williamson. Russell Hancock, saw him in action last night. He's starting next to DJ Maddish. Steve Hobbit, Frank Ranger Jr. Brianna Laurent, and Jason Miz. Nathan Aldrich, Tommy Cook, Len McNeese, Andrew Schroeder. And that is going to complete our field. 32 cars tonight. And the ticker. We're back up. So I can't get yelled at. I can't get yelled at in chat tonight. It's back up. I'm sure eventually it will come back down. But hey, that's okay. That's all we want is scuffs. Scuffs, scuffs, scuffs. You know what? It is guys' fault. You're absolutely correct. You know, the schedule, I even made a fancy thing for it. You know, Hartney, I don't think they can see the other stream. It's hidden on YouTube. We can see it. They can't. They only see one. They should. Yes, the other one is not up. It's hidden. It's live, but it is hidden. Only we can see it unless we invite someone to it. And we are green flag. Saxton had to go back, serving EOL, so he goes from the front all the way to the longest line. That's going to put Will Weber up in the front. Weber linking up with points leader Chris Akers right off the rip. And a pair of squirrels. They're going to be on that high side. That's going to be Osborne and Carl Lingle. Sean Wilder, well, he's in the mix now. He is starting up here in third. He's got Daniel Holloway behind him. And how long until these guys do the famous Talladega 3 wide, 4 wide, and really try to push these cars? Oh, absolutely less than 10. Well, I'm surprised we're not 3 wide after 1. You know what? I almost didn't see it, but I'm going to fix it now. Laps. I had a timer going. That ain't going to help anyone. In case anyone was wondering, there's 2.5 hours left for them to complete this race. And we got the Robbie Gibson. He's out here cheering on Team Shake and Bake. Shake and Bake really making their presence known the last couple of weeks. And they're starting to get themselves in position. A couple of them going to need some help tonight. See if they're able to get it done. Hey, so far this field going 2 by 2. You see the big gap here sitting in front of the 43, Jacob Greenlee. He's going to want to close that gap. He's got Todd Poston behind him. If he doesn't, he's going to have one of these cars from the high side come on down. We got it. No, they're not being too aggressive, and I'm trying to figure out who's out here in a Kit Kat car. I'm guessing it's got to be Candy Shack. We know it's not Acres, and we know it's not. Could it be? Did he change it? I believe he did. I believe it's going to be Russell Hancock. As Wilder gets around, puts himself in the lead. And he's going to have Will Weber doing the push. And Weber, well, he's going to say, Wilder, I'm going to leave you out for a second. I've got Acres. We're going around you. Acres, we're going to pick up your teammate Holloway. And we're going back to the front. We sure are, and, well, Will Weber drops back down in front of Sean Wilder. So Weber looking for some good points tonight. That's going to be Tommy Cook and Russell Hancock, both taking the 1X. We got two of them. I said that tri-oval, anytime there's a tri-oval involved, that seems to be primary wrecking opportunities. Whoa, Wilder's going to get spun here. And look at the save from Sean Wilder's. He's cutting through the grass. He's coming back on the track. And keeps it below the yellow. Incredible save by Sean Wilder. We saw Wilder kind of kiss his way up a little bit. And I am pretty sure that bottom line thought Sean was going to take the jump and head high. And he hesitated, came back down, and ultimately got spun right into the turn. But incredible save by Sean Wilder. And you caught it here first. No need to go back and look at it. As Weber, Grayson Pate, and Wilder both take some incident points there. Well, they're trying. They're trying to do the best they can. They got two squirrels on the high side coming. You got Candy Shack on the bottom with Will Weber from Shooter McGavin. I think they're doing everything in their power to keep it as cordial as they can. We haven't really seen a 3-wide go for the lead yet. When that happens, we can call all bets are off, and it's go time. And, well, looks like we're trying to form the outside right now. I don't think it's going to form yet, though. You know, we watched Daytona last night, but where's Ricky Spudhouse at? Oh, jeez. Well, interesting. It looks like my speaker button here wasn't working properly. I think we got it all fixed now, so we should be good to go. So, man, we're missing some sort of sound here. I'm missing a line, but it's good to go. We're back up. I think actually it somehow muted Hartney, but hey, we got him fixed, so they didn't hear. I guess you're no longer David Hartney. You are now officially Recky Spud, so.
Hey, it works for me. Did you hear me at all?
Oh, I hear you the whole time.
All right.
I've been having a conversation with you. It's them who can't hear you. He missed his flight from Daytona to Dega overnight. I mean, we didn't make the schedule, but let me tell you, I don't know how you expect us to go from Daytona I guess it's kind of in a line. We can cut through Florida. We'll head up to Alabama. We'll hit Dega, and then we'll take the I-10 over there, and we'll head to Texas.
There you go.
So, hey, we got it. We know which way we're going. I'm not saying it's going to be good, though. Weird. It looks like my button actually changed you to a viewer count. Okay. So when I hit the Hartney button, I get a viewer count. Well, we fixed it.
All right.
You know, I'm going to blame Wilder. It's definitely a Wilder thing. You know, he didn't have to remind me about the ticker. And had I been doing what I was supposed to be doing, he could have fixed the ticker and threw it all off tonight. But we're good back. Mute him back. As Daniel Holloway still out in front. Chris Akers doing the pushing. Will Weber's with them.
We've seen them try a few times to form that third line on the top side, and it just doesn't seem to have formed quite yet.
Well, looks like Mr. Robert Duvendak's trying to get people to go with him. This time he's going to bring Andrew Schroeder. I think Schroeder stays with them, and they're going to form this high line. That Kit Kat, by the way, well, that's Tyler Hurt. And if you are a blind squirrel, you're wondering why Tyler Hurt is running Candy Shack. So we could have a little bit of off-season drama. And Ambrose, if you fire him, it's just business. We get it. As those guys actually work together in real life. That'd be a really bad way to get fired. You change your paint scheme, you're fired. You go into work and
that would be awful.
My key card doesn't work. Well, you rode a kit car last night. Speaking of Tyler Hurt, here he comes. He's trying to surge his way up to the front. And it looks like Duvendak, well, he picked himself up some friends. He's trying to push Matt Williamson up to the front. So it's going to be Hurt.
And here we come
Osborne
on
and
put up on a
Williamson.
lap car too, so this is going to be interesting real quick. Oh, he drops down to the apron. Good job, good job.
Well, that lap car is like, nope, not today. He's going to drop way down as they are 3 wide, and that's going to be Kirby Caputa going down. Ooh, you know, I'm looking. Sean Wilder back out here. I don't know why it's okay. It updated. The field is ginormous. It was showing Wilder like 6 laps down. I was trying to figure that one out, but hey, we got it all reset. And Kirby is the 1 2 laps down. I was gonna say I know Sean Wilder. I don't think. I know he fell back after that incredible save, but 6 laps.
Yeah, that must have been a couple of pit stops if that was the case.
Well, remember, he did catch a 4X, but I thought most of that was going to be grass. As Tyler Hurt, well, he's going to drop on down and become your sole leader right now. Drops down in front of Williamson. Ambrose going to be leading that middle line, and Duvendak still on the 3 wide. He's up there almost to the rear quarter panel of Carl Lingle, who is the 3rd car in the middle lane. And here comes the big surges from those outside lines. 13 laps in. 65%. I am not sure what that's going to get you on gas. I'm guessing somewhere right around 23, 24 laps. It's not going to be many.
So we're looking at a 4-stop race.
Just about 4 stops. And obviously cautions, they will extend those out. And definitely make it 4 stops, but coming green, it could be 4, maybe with a 5th top off. Giving them a little bit more gas tonight. This way they didn't have to worry about pitting as often. And maybe give them a chance to get some longer runs going here. And right now, that seems to be paying off. But you can see a lot of cars on that bottom. John Bell and Duvendak. Right now, the only 2 cars up top. They are 10 laps away from the end of stage 1. Remember, the ASR Tour does stay green. we get cautions in other ways. Man, Riley, you know what? We really need to get a race going. Where is Blaze Richardson? Because we are trying to figure out exactly where Blaze is at, and I know these guys are also trying to figure it out.
Looks like the field's kind of spreading out. Maybe they're getting ready for pit stops here pretty shortly.
Yeah, and you can see that third line kind of went down. Everybody mostly on the bottom. They might try to close this up a little bit. You got, what, about 6 of them still staying up top. They're looking for a gap and a hole to get down. If you're Holloway, you know you got teammates, as Poston and Akers are coming up. Maybe not, because here comes Duve. He's going back to the high side. He's bringing some friends with John Bell. You know, the easiest way, I think, if you're going to get down to the bottom, pass them all. And maybe that's the plan going here. If you can get your way to the front, you got free reign on the bottom, as you see Daniel Holloway just did it. The problem is, where Duvendak and John Bell are, they're going to run out of real estate very quickly. But still holding on to that 3 wide. It'd be interesting to see.
They definitely need that third car up there with them.
Oh, 100%. They're not getting those big runs like they're used to. And with all these cars on the bottom and the entire field on a 17-lap stint all the way back to Kirby.
Well, if you look even on the bottom line, they're not bumper to bumper at all. So they're kind of just buying their time. Which I think where Duvendak is coming up with the idea, go 3 wide, bumper to bumper, get them up front for the pit stops.
And right now they're going to have to get past old Daniel Holloway as he's up there in front. And that is going to be no easy feat. Oh, interesting. Tyler. Look at Tyler Hurt. He's coming in with the blind squirrel. So, hey, is the Kit Kat just a little mockery? We've seen him up there all year working really well with Candy Shack, but he does pit with his team, and Ambrose can have a sigh of relief as Tyler Hurt goes in with the squirrels. And I think that was your opportunity if you're Duvendak to try to get back down.
With 8 guys all jumped to the pits there. Don't see any penalties that came out from it, so it looks like everyone got on pit road safe. Let's see how they all exit.
It looks like Frank Ranger Jr. had a 2X somewhere as he entered the pits. And that would be the 7... Frank Ranger's what, 19, I believe?
He's the 17.
17. Yeah, the 17 got a 2X, so I wonder if he just...
Ooh, there was an incident coming into the pits. With the number 10 car. 10 made contact with Ranger Jr. That's what happened to him.
Oh, and Steve Hobbit, he just got himself a 2X, so...
Looks like it was between Horst and... who's the 10 car? Grayson Pate. Horst locked it up coming onto pit road and got sideways and made contact with the 10.
Tommy, ooh, Tommy Cook and Duvendak dropping to the bottom. Big move out of Tommy and Duve. They finally push their way to the front. And I believe that may have had a little Brad Saxton love there as Tommy Cook, well, he's teammates with Saxton. Chris Akers seemed to be doing a little bit of swerving there. Couldn't decide if he was going to pit or not. And ends up actually coming in. That's going to leave 6 cars out. I see them coming in, or 8 cars actually. There's 2 more coming. So 8 cars stay out. I see them trying to get the opportunity. They're going to try to come in right here. You've got a couple exiting the pits. Alex Giffen, he just entered. We've got some lap traffic, and man, this pull-on is played a little hairy there on the backstretch. But able to get around everyone. Weber stayed with his teammate Duvendak. So RGR and Shooter McGavin, well, the two smallest teams tonight, they're missing a lot of members. They're coming in together. And that should be the rest of the field. As they also bring Nathan Aldrich, Dalton Gibson, Matt Williamson. Will Weber is your current leader right now. He's got that close pit box. Saxton now takes over the lead as he gets past Weber. Remember, Saxton got the EOL, but does start in pit box 1. And they're getting off the pits now. They're going to try to get off as fast as they can as here comes the field. Ooh, someone may have touched a little bit of yellow there. And that was Brad Saxton. We'll have to see if he got off cleanly or if too much tire went over that line. It's going to be close.
The show currently, Tommy Cook, John Bell, both have black flags currently. Looks like they may be coming back into the pit road for the drive-through.
Weber and Duvendak, well, they're off. They're trying to get up to speed because here come the new leaders, Carl Lingle and the Squirrels, with a little mix of Candy Shack. So there's just mixture everywhere. As they are coming to lap 22 here. And remember, the completion of lap 24 will be the stage, so they didn't have enough gas to make it. And it's going to give them a shootout out of the pits. Pretty good job by these guys, though, getting these pit stops.
Oh, no, bud. You need to go back and watch those on the first caution.
Oh, well, I don't want to. I see that the Squirrels are there, Candy Shack's there, Shooter McGavin's there. And they're all caught back up. We'll let the back be the back.
Yeah, there's a couple of spins going on the pit road and contact made between a couple of people.
Just a couple.
Man, this field is real spread out now.
It sure is. And right now, you've got that lead group. Remember, we're Duvendak and Will Weber. They pit separate. They went with RGR. They seem to link back up. The Candy Shack and the Squirrels, who normally pit pretty well. As you see Chris Akers, does he try to drop down in front of Carl Lingle? He does. Oh. Where have we seen this before? You've got Duvendak pushing his teammate. Does Holloway try to... Really, it's going to be hard for Holloway to link up with his teammate Chris Akers right now, but we've seen stages end where we've had that three-way push battle. You've got Squirrels, Candy Shack, and Shooter all up here. So will they go 3 wide and try to have a which team can push the hardest? We are the white flag, no caution for stage. And we'll get our results screen ready. Remember, it is not an official screen. And here we go. Lingle going to be responsible for pushing Akers. Duvendak pushing Weber. And who's it going to be? Well, it's going to be close.
Looks like Duvendak's going to get it.
It looks like Weber's going to get in front. He's going to get the big run, and that's going to be Will Weber. Takes it. Will Weber, Duvendak, Holloway, and Akers. I don't know if Holloway beat Akers, but that's going to be close. So look at that one in the post race. Ambrose, Osborne, Hurt, Miz, and Overstreet. So that would be your top 10. For stage 1, Shooter McGavin takes the stage. And now Chris Akers doing the pushing on Mr. Will Weber. Holloway doing the pushing on Duvendak. Surprisingly enough, you know, I looked in the Discord earlier today. Duvendak put a message out, can we get back to some clean racing? And right now, well, they turn it around a little bit. They're almost a third of the way done with this race. I'm saying knock on wood, but that never seems to work. Doesn't really matter, because whatever I say I don't want to happen seems to happen. As looks like Brianna Laurent, Tommy Cook, and company, and John Bell, they're at risk to go down a lap here. Remember, Cook had a penalty. And we'll go check on the rest of the field back here. Let me know when you see your favorite driver. Because right now, this field is spread out. Man, Jeremy Osborne, he's back here all by his lonesome in 10th or 9th. Saxton rounds out the top 10. Todd Poston, well, he's back here with Matt Williamson in 199. You can see he got separated. He's back there with a little shake and bake. And then we go back to DJ Maddish, Sean Wilder, Steve Hobbit, and Alex Giffen. And these lap cars have fallen in with the leaders. That's just going to make the lead pack that much bigger. Well, Duvendak's been riding up high. Weber's pretty much stayed to the bottom. Other than the stage, the teammates not really linking up together, and Holloway and Akers really not linking together. So, and you got a bunch of squirrels up here. I wonder if they're thinking, we can get out in front. We can kind of take control of this thing. Our next stage. Well, that's going to come at the completion of lap 48. As Akers starting to get a little squirrely there. Duvendak doing some pushing on him. That's going to leave Carl Lingle down there with Will Weber. Duvendak going to push Chris Akers, see if he gets him clear of Weber. Weber's going to come down, or Akers going to come down in front of Weber and take over the lead. Now you're going to have a Candy Shack pushing a shooter and a shooter pushing a Candy Shack. So we've seen it all season. These guys, I don't think it matters what team. You might as well put them all in the same Discord. You can put every one of them. And I think if you're in front of someone here, they're going to push you. For now. Next week, that's a whole different ball game, and we'll see how that plays out. And next week is going to be for the first elimination race. It's going to be, we're 16, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, somewhere 13, 14, 15, 16. That's what I'm trying to say. Positions 13 through 16 are going to be racing for an elimination spot, and it's just going to be last finishes. You know, the best finish will advance. That's going to be at Daytona International Speedway. And it looks like we have 2 more races to the trucks. And then back to Xfinity for 2. And it's been a minute since we've seen some Xfinity racing in the ASR Tour. We saw a little bit last night. And what car did we say we're going to be running Sunday night? They're going to mix things up for us too.
I
Gen
believe we're
4?
going. I believe we're going to the Gen 4s next week.
Ooh, and that is going to be a Robert Jordan tribute race. A lot of these guys had the opportunity. They raced with Robert Jordan. So I know last night I told everybody that NSRA runs 80 laps every time. Well, not next week, as Robert Jordan was known to run that 74. That's how many laps we will run in memory of him. And Texas, man, we head to Texas Wednesday. Akers finally getting that big race sponsor coming up. Eddie Morris, man, he's been in the paint booth. I saw him putting in a ton of work as well. Weber and Chris Akers. Oh, Akers coming back in. He's going to be safe. And Will Weber going to be safe? They said no cautions, baby. We're coming back out. And like Hartney said, if you haven't already, give us a like and a share. It definitely it helps out.
That was definitely Eddie.
Oh, that was Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Eddie in the chat. We got Zach, Robbie Gibson. We got a couple people out there.
Man,
Keeping him entertained.
I need to have Eddie, by the way, design the ASR Tour, one of those fancy playoffs countdown things. He's the pro there. We all know Duvendak's slacking with his point screen.
I'll mention it. We'll probably get in a couple weeks.
Well, we definitely don't ask Chris Akers. Look at Todd Poston. The poor guy hasn't had a single number on his car the entire season. He never got his paint scheme in the Xfinity. Man, Eddie, you know what? I don't really know we'll find out once we get the points done, and we figure out who is going to be locked in. You know, that might be an interesting thing for your Thursday night show. You might have to try to get old Rob Duvendak to join you up there for a little bit, and maybe get the announcement of who is in and who is out.
We'd love to. I'll talk to him about it after the race.
That might be a good idea. Have him say, hey, don't even post your points this week. Announce it.
Well, we'll talk to him after his post-race review, which will take him 2 days to do.
It's definitely going to end by then. But, hey, man, you got to get this done. Like, you got to go on Thursday.
I mean, at this point, with no cautions, we should be coming up to green flag pit stops here again pretty soon.
We will be, as they are on a 17-lap stint. It's going to be interesting to see where they try to pit in together. Weber and Akers, after an incredible save, well, they lost the lead pack. So that's Daniel Holloway and Rob Duvendak all by their lonesome, surrounded by a bunch of nutty squirrels.
Well, that lead pack's getting into a single file line now, so I imagine their pit strategy is to go with each other. So that's going to be coming up here pretty quick. Robert Duvendak falling back off that lead pack there.
Yeah, Duvendak falling back. He might be trying to link up. He's got his teammate back there. Man. I don't know. If you're Daniel Holloway, do you try to take the same thing? I don't think you can. You got to go with these laps led. It looks like Weber had the most laps led. He's fallen back, so that's going to open the door for Daniel Holloway.
Well, we just got four that went in. Frank Ranger Jr., Carl Lingle, Ambrose. No, I don't know. I'm not even going to try
it's
on that.
Nebel. It's like Evil Knievel, but with an N. I get yelled at all the time. I've only known him forever, and I still say it wrong, and I still get yelled at.
Tyler Hurt also went in with them.
Well, that'd be the Squirrels. Blind Squirrels in the pit. And that is going to take a bunch of cars off of that lead pack. And you know, I want to say John Bell. John Bell is leading this race right now. But if Holloway gets past him, he becomes a lap car. So John Bell is praying for a caution before he has to pit. I don't know if we're going to see it. We have seen some incredible saves tonight. Oh, I see some smoke going up in the pits. I don't know if you can see anything going on in there, but looks like Matt Benke just got a 2X. Did that happen? You go pit road? I believe it did, but I definitely saw some smoke as they went by.
Yeah, it looks like he locked it up coming up on entry and spun it on the entry.
Did a little burnout.
Did a little burnout to get it going, yep.
And just like that, I said they had fallen back after an incredible save. Akers and Weber, they're back. Akers falls back. And, well, they're back to linked up. And Daniel Holloway, the only one, he's out trying to push John Bell. And Chris Akers, did he just pit alone? I believe he did.
I believe he did, yeah.
What in the world is going on here as Chris Akers heads to the pit? Teammate Daniel Holloway does not.
Also got a black flag on that. You see what happened there.
Oh, did we have a misentrance or did we get a little bit of speeding? Jacob Greenlee must have hit some grass. He's 1Xing his way around.
Looks like we locked him up coming in pit road. Entered at 10 over.
Man, I think Akers was shocked that he had to pit in. He kind of went alone. I'm not quite sure what happened, but here comes the cavalry. Will Weber's going to throw it sideways in front of the 343. And I'm pretty sure he's going to hit that inside cone. Man, the pit stops just taking casualties.
Alex Giffen also with the black flag. Looks like his...
Oh, go ahead.
Also speeding on entry.
You know, it looks like Saxton, Gibson, and Aldrich and Joe Fogg, they're going to come in. Not a group normally running together, but because of the pit stops, well, it's here now. And they're going to be working together until we get a caution. Maybe we can get this thing bunched back up. As just like last time, they're going to pit right before stage 2 is going to close. That's about another 8 laps to go. And we've got ourselves a new leader, but he's in the pits. So it's going to be short-lived. Jason Miz, he's going to get that lap. But the Squirrels going back out to the front. Ambrose hurt. Lingle with a little bit of Holloway. Well, Chris Akers, he's a lap down after he had to serve that penalty. And they're coming up on some more lap traffic. And Akers going to check up a little bit for the 15. 15 can't get, Ethan Horst cannot get below the line because of where they met him at in the turn. I'm going for the Nebel's Elf. It's...
He may not appreciate that. We'll have to talk to him afterwards.
Old Knievel. Doovie's been smooth all night. Good clean pit stops. Well, I'll tell you what. Duve, he's got himself a challenge coming up Wednesday night, going to Texas. He's what, sitting right about 7th or 8th in the points, but they are so close. I don't know, man. Wednesday night is going to just there's going to be some heartbreak. There's going to be
I think Duvendak is far enough into the points that if he just gets a good, consistent, or a good, clean race, I think he makes it.
I mean,
I think he's 39 points above the cut line, so he's pretty far up there. But under him is where it gets real close. So,
and there could definitely be some heartbreak for sure. You watch
100%.
those Wednesday night streams. You know we've been rooting for the Gomes brothers all season. Incredible. We said Ryan Gomes he's going to keep putting up those big numbers.
Yep.
He's really improved week to week, season to season. And now he's got brother Riley, who has just turned it on the last couple weeks. Got into some issues in a couple races, but man, Riley is right on that cusp line, so it's going to be close. Yeah, we know. That's my favorite right there. If you go to Vegas, Eddie Morris, he's the favorite. He's not going to pay a lot when you pick him. But that's who I'm choosing for Texas.
Eddie?
I'm picking Eddie.
A good pick.
I told you that Sunday night. Eddie Morris is my pick. He's gotten hotter and hotter as the week's gone on. And I said he got the black cloud gone, and it's time for Eddie Morris to shine.
I must have ignored you on purpose.
Yeah, probably. Man, we got Tyler Hurt up in the lead. Duvendak doing some pushing. We got to get these cars moving a little bit here. Let's try to get a little bit jumping. Whoa. Whoa, a little bit of lag there as the cameras just froze up. It's like when you're flying and you know you're going to hit turbulence.
Yeah, that one looked like an iRacing thing. I've been getting a couple of them on mine too.
It was iRacing as everybody went to NIW, which to us is everyone's inactive. So iRacing, well, it glitched out. It looked crazy on the stream. Let's see, who should we go check on here? Where's Todd posting in his no number? Well, Todd currently 6th. He's trying to run his way back down into the top 5. He's got a slew of cars with him. A lot of RGR, some David Overstreet, Jason Miz. He's got some squirrel mixture. He's got a little bit of high octane. There's a little bit of mix all over the place back there with posting. So they're keeping it pretty organized. I think you'd almost want to see them in a straight line and really try to catch up to the field. They're 23 seconds back, so it is going to be, they're going to need a caution for sure to catch back up. And then back up to our leaders. Knievel in the lead. And I'm pretty sure that is all strategy. You don't want to lead too many laps because when you're leading laps, you're burning gas. And as I say that, well, it doesn't matter because Tyler's going to come up. He's going to get with that Candy Shack shooter group and control the outside line. And we are coming up to our next stage break. As they come across the line, this is going to be the white flag for stage without a caution flag coming. If a caution does happen, well, the stage locks up as where they were when the lights came on. But lap 48 is the completion of stage 2. This time, no Will Weber, but Duvendak's still up there. Ambrose getting pushed by teammates. Man, look at Akers going against the odds. He is shoving Duvendak, trying to get him up to the front. He's got a ton of squirrels he's going to have to battle. We'll get that results page ready. Is it going to be Duve? It's going to be close.
Looks like Chris held on the...
Oh,
man.
Carl Lingle, I think, just snatched it. Oh, you know what, Hartney? I might need you to go back and replay that. That looked like it might have been Carl Lingle who crossed first. It's going to be that's going to be tight. That is going to be extremely tight. We're just going to take the board down and have Hartney take a look. Because that is tight. And then, this time I might actually have to do a little rewind. What happens to the 04 after they come? Looks like he's going to get shoved, well, by his own accord. He's well below. Ambrose sends it sideways. You see everybody going up to the top. That's Ethan Horst trying to get around him. He's got his teammates going around him. Ambrose still throwing it sideways. And again, a great save. Who you got for the stage?
I got Lingle first, Duvendak second. Hang on. Let me make sure I have names correct. Tyler Hurt third. Akers fourth. The 04 of
Ambrose.
Ambrose fifth. The 21 of
Daniel Holloway.
Holloway sixth. 15th is in seventh. That would be Ethan Horst. And the 17th coming out in eighth. And then the second group's pretty far back there, so give me a second. We're getting there.
Well, I'm going to tell you, while you do that, I'm going to do it just for those squirrels. Carl Lingle. Oh, caution.
We're under caution.
Uh-oh. I don't know if you're going to want a caution. That's going to be Grayson Pate, Jeremy Osborne. Looks like Banky and Overstreet going to be involved. Was this... rewind.
Ooh.
Looked like one car just disappeared.
We got a bad push on the outside.
And it just sends them round and round.
Yep.
And what's really crazy is then it starts doing the old, well, will it work? Will it not work?
David Overstreet seems to be working for me.
And that's where I got to look then. We're going to have to look at Dave. Because it looks like at the same time, iRacing struggling to give us a replay here. And you can see the inactive driver goes. And man, he doesn't come back for a minute.
Oh, interesting. You're having some issues on, or iRacing's having some issues tonight.
It sure is, and you can see it. We've seen cars disappear. We've seen the NIL pop up on our screen. We've had frozen everywhere, but you know what? Man, I got some work to do. Let me see. This is going to be challenging. We got to try to get two. We haven't had any cautions. Let's see. Well, Guy and Hartney in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? Dude, I know it was a long time ago, but you won stage one.
Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot.
I mean,
honestly,
it was a very long time ago. You're currently running 13th, able to get the first stage win in another push-off. That's the second one Shooter McGavin's actually won this season. So congratulations. How you feeling about tonight?
You know, we've had the ups, we've had the downs. So hopefully we're back on an upswing, and that just means a win at the end. So we're rolling with the punches right now.
Well, this league, you got to be pretty happy with it. Only one caution. And you know what? I kind of see I made a mistake in the setup, and nobody said a word to me.
Yeah. In the setup,
Nope.
like the actual setup of the trucks, or
No. How many fast repairs do you have tonight, Will Weber?
no? Yeah. We got 2.
You got 2, but you guys are driving clean, so maybe 2 is the magic number, because I don't know what's going on. See, I always make some sort of boo-boo, and I just saw it seeing that Grayson Pate's already used both of his, but, man, congratulations on that big stage win, and hopefully we get you up here at the end.
I hope so. Let's see what happens.
All right, man, let me get you back down there to shoot her.
Sounds good.
Mr. Will Weber, he won stage 1 forever ago. And now, man, this is going to be tough. Let's see if we can get him up here. If I can even find him. There he is, and we're going to bring him in. Mr. Carl Engel, guy in Hartney in the booth. You got
Hey,
you
how's
got a
it
copy.
going?
Man,
Yeah, I do.
it's going. You finally got one, Carl. You got yourself a big stage win, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, brother. You know, I usually don't think about the stages that much. I usually try to focus on the long run.
Well, it's been a good night for the Squirrels. You guys were pretty heavily grouped up for the majority of that. You guys out in front pretty much all the night. Ambrose, I don't know how he saved his car coming around. I'm sure you heard him as he drove the apron the whole way around. But this is the first caution of the night. How you feeling going forward? Do you think we're going to see a little bit more action?
Oh, it's definitely going to be a lot more action. Now, the caution was a nice break, but hopefully we don't get any more on from here.
Well, I think that's wishful thinking. There's about 47 laps to go. I think we're gonna see a couple of them. The field is gonna come back together, man. I wanted to tell you congratulations, and hopefully we get you up here towards the end of the night, man, and you're able to get it done. Bring yourself home a win.
Oh, that's right. I'll be back.
All right.
Don't worry about that.
Man, I mean, you've been up here a lot this year, so it definitely wouldn't shock me. But congratulations, Carl, and hopefully we catch you at the end.
Yes, sir.
Carl Engel, you're stage 2. Don't ask me how I got them both in one caution. I say we shouldn't have that many cautions. I did give them 2 fast repairs, by the way. So I'm shocked that we've only had 1 caution.
We are 1 to go. Maybe they didn't realize it coming into the race.
Oh, they know they're only supposed to have 1, and you know what it was? You know why I did it when I did the setup?
You were thinking about last night.
Because of last night. I knew it. Like, and it always happens. I always seem to follow trends. As man, we got to get back up. We've been following leaders all night. We've been all around.
Mm-hmm.
Holloway, Hurt. They're going to be on that front row. Miz and Lingle, Poston, Knievel, Osborne, Overstreet, McNeese, and Gibson, your top 10.
It's going to be interesting here now that everyone's packed back up or stacked back up with each other. It was spread out there for a long time. So it's going to be interesting now that everyone's stacked back up. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of cautions out of this.
Well, what's going to be very interesting here is it looks like Giffen and John Bell may have stayed out to get their lap back with the free pass here. So they have not pit. They're going to have to pit pretty quickly. So they're going to want that second caution to come as fast as it possibly can. But, man, we haven't even seen him all night. Tony Starch, he's having himself a night. He's got to stay quiet up there. Haven't really seen Daniel Suarez. So it's been an interesting night. A night we're not really used to. But maybe the cloud is going away as we go into the final week of the regular season. We are going green. Holloway on the bottom, Hurt on the top. See Chris Akers trying to get around some cars back there. He quickly jumped to the top line. I believe he was past start finish when he did it. So a good move out of Akers. Oh, the 128. He's going to come up, leave Holloway. Oh, we're going to get Squirrel. Lingle goes into the wall trying to go with Hurt. And that's going to move Lingle all the way back. That contact with the wall kind of rattled him a little bit and kind of shifted him all the way back. He did take a little bit of damage there, but I think he's going to recover nicely. Todd Poston back up here at front. Well, he's up here with Daniel Holloway. So Holloway getting some friends. The Miz leading the high line. Jason Miz in the 128. He's got Ambrose doing some pushing with him. See if they can get Jason clear of Daniel Holloway right now. See 3 wide in the back of this field. And you know, I think you don't like to see the cautions, but I'm not going to lie to you. Hardy, I kind of needed one for a break, and we had all those interviews. I didn't even get the break. I didn't even get to commercials.
Well, good thing we don't have many obligations.
Yeah, there's not too many obligations. iRacing's definitely struggled tonight. So if you've seen cars disappear on the stream, just know that's not us. That's iRacing having a little bit of issues. Oh, thanks. You know what? I didn't even need the brake, Hartney. So my daughter comes in, my little softball player. And she says, Dad, one of the girls got hit in the face tonight. I said, did she have her mask on? Well, no, we were just warming up, and she just got nailed. And outside line, getting a little squirrely out there. No pun intended. It's starting to get tight.
Field's shaking up.
It is, and it's getting tight up there, and that's going to start from the squirreliness on the top. Yeah, so I guess a girl got hit in the face, and, well, may have chipped a tooth, and that is not good.
Eee, that's not fun.
No.
But did you get a snack delivery?
No, we don't do snacks at 16U, sir. But I got my snack. I got pasta.
So that's what I'm saying. Did you get you snack?
Oh, absolutely. Tonight, spaghetti, no meatballs, just spaghetti. But that beats the Taco Bell normal night. Last night I had the ice cream. You know.
But you barely got to eat.
It was melting. It was intense. And you know what? Duvendak keeps saying, man, we gotta get you back in the car. I don't think so, buddy. I can't eat and drive. I can eat and broadcast. I got this going.
Hey, if Carlton Charles can text and drive, you can eat and drive, bud.
I don't think so. Carlton is a different freak in nature. I'm not quite sure how he does it. And we are going to have a little bit of pitting happening. I believe that was Giffen on the bottom. Did he go in?
It was Giffen and John Bill both entered the pits.
Yep, and they had to. As remember, they went to go get that lap back. So they are
did get a 2X though. Oh, Giffen spun it going in.
Giffen spins it. Yeah, they're definitely going to be looking for a caution here. Try to make something out of nothing. And they're going to want it quickly. As this field, we knew bunching it up, it was going to bring danger. 3 wide, where they have remained. This time they're going to go 3 wide. Try to get to the lead. Ooh, Grayson Pate in the 10. You saw him on the outside get a little bit of squirrely. With Ambrose pushing him. The captain of the Blind Squirrels.
I'm thinking that third line's here to stay for the rest of the race. Till pits anyways.
Well. Oh, nope. It's going to disintegrate, and we're going to get the big one. This is going to take, you know what? League, ASR Tour, I will take all donations from you guys for that second fast repair, because woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, They're about to burn up the first one. There are cars
man.
everywhere. And that starts, I don't even know what view to put this in right now. That starts with Grayson Pate. And we saw him. He started braking a little early. We'll go with the 10. And let's just roll this through.
Oh, looks like it was just a bad push.
Yeah, and you see him. He jars loose. And chaos. There it is. Pate turns down. And man, Todd Poston coming back up. That collects its own set. Then Russell Hancock, he's going to come flying up. Lingle's coming up. Who survives this? Not
I
many.
think the list is shorter of people who got through with 0 X's.
Oh man, that was a big one. And
Well, hey, you got your commercial break, huh?
I did, and I'm going to head to it now. We'll be right back. All right, and we are. I don't want to go there. I want to go to caution. So, we're looking at all the X's and who claims them and who doesn't. And I say it all the time. I don't know how he survives these wrecks. The 99 of Rob Duvendak does not collect any incident points, as he was safely in the back. And you can see iRacing does the old glitch thing. He sees traffic, and somehow, once again, Duvendak doesn't catch anyone, and I'm not exactly sure how that happens. Every time. Every time it's like the C's part around Rob Duvendak. So he said he wanted, I know Wednesday nights he wanted a horseshoe from old Devin. I think he's got himself his own horseshoe. It's incredible that he somehow survives with another no incident. And I don't know how he did it. There were cars everywhere.
Accident avoidance, man. That's the name of the game at tracks like this, and he's just really damn good at it.
Well, like, look, there were 2 fast repairs. We had a ton of drivers use their first fast repair there.
Spencer would like to know, where'd you get a Nokia phone?
Oh, that would be my iPhone with the old Nokia ringtone.
Eddie says someone's playing Snake.
Yep. Oh, I wish. I put that on there because it drives everybody nuts when they hear it, and they're like, "Dude, you have a Nokia? Come on, man! I ain't got a Nokia."
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it still survived. I think that's the only phone that could probably survive a nuclear apocalypse.
Man, you remember you used to be able to line up Nokias, and then your friends would call them, and you'd race them.
Yep.
And they would just walk across the table.
Yep.
Someone's got to still have one. And then who came out with the chocolates? Like you had the strawberry chocolate, the vanilla.
It's the LG.
Yes, the old chocolates.
Besides the old Nokia phones, I think the Motorola Razr was my favorite.
Yeah, the
pre-smartphones. That doesn't date me at all.
Man, the old razors, man, those things took a beating too. Like you could just chuck them across the room. Remember, like if you had the old Nextel, you felt so cool. You could walkie-talkie your friends.
Man, I loved those things.
Bloop bloop.
We used to have them for work. I love those phones.
Those are the best things. And then you think about it, you're like, man, why is my boss messaging me right now? Oh, because he can't.
Right.
It'd be the middle of the night, and we'd be next telling our buddies. He'd hear beep boop.
Yep. Robbie would like to know, why does the ASR graphic guy look like a Wish Bart Simpson?
Whoa. Whoa, wait a second. You must be new here if you don't know Tony Starch. That's not a Wish Bart Simpson. That's a full-grown potato grown in the SCSRA fields. Watered by Eddie Morris himself.
And named by Josh Hall. Pace
Josh
cars
Hall.
off.
And we're going to go back green. Holloway going to be out there in the front. Osborne going to be on the high side. Pacing that Geico restart zone. Green flag. Here we go.
Looked like a wish.
Yeah, I mean, the poor guy only does have one hair. Like, poor Tony's got one hair. And I tried to put a hat on him, right? Because I kind of feel bad for him. I get he's only got one hair. And I was going to put this, like, fedora on him for Vegas. The problem is that one hair sticks out the top of it. It comes right through. It's like, Tony, come on, man. And it didn't take long. I guess that big one didn't scare too many away. Chris Akers, he's going to put it 3 wide again with John Bell.
I'm not. Oh, here we go again.
Lingle, Schroeder, Fogg, Overstreet, Ambrose, and Banky this time. We're going to get some squirrels in on the action.
And wouldn't you know, number 99 made it through safe.
Again. Well, you know what? Schroeder over here doing that JETS, Jets slide all the way down to the pits. Don't need a black cleared. And again, the 99 makes it through. Our second caution. I don't know why we're talking about Tony Starch. He's his rosy cheeks, and I'll tell you what, last week, I don't know if you went back and watched the Wednesday night broadcast, but Tony's eyes got deeper and deeper as the night went on, where you could tell he was getting tired.
I think that was everybody in that race.
I realized, I was like, man, sometimes I forget Tony is actually going off of me. So when, like, I always put my head back when I'm listening to you guys post-interview. When I realize Tony looks like he is bored out of his mind. he looks like he's trying to tell these drivers to shut the hell up and move on.
We got to go home, bud. It's been 4 hours already.
And it's just me listening through my headset, and I'm not looking at my screens anymore. I can finally take a break from the screens, but it don't look good for the broadcast. And Tony Starch, he gets the bad name because of it.
Everyone's pitting here. This, how many laps are you running tonight? Is it 90?
We are going 94.
94.
And we're at lap 66, which means I switch it over to 29 to go.
So they're going to have to do a splash and go for sure.
Oh, for sure. With 29, you're figuring they are going to probably have to take a half a tank. Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, by the way, that Duvendak was a little bit excited. He was like, man, I'm going to get my race review done by tonight. That changed quickly.
At lap 50, I'd be doing the same thing. Be like, man, this is going so good. And then quickly reminded that there is no such thing.
And we are Super Speedway Racing. And with that, we'll head to our second commercial. I got to get the sponsors in. So
there you go.
We'll head to them. To the, we'll go to the Veterans Crisis. And we are going back green as we head over to the Vet Crisis Line. And like always, if you're a veteran struggling with any mental health issues, I don't care what the military says you, go talk to someone. Reach out to another veteran, call the line. There are always options. If you're not a veteran and you need some assistance, also call that number. And what just happened to the stream there? There we go. Do you see it go crazy for a second?
I'm watching it now.
It like went into it, and you know what that was? That was old iRacing acting crazy.
It must have taken the struggle bus and missed the flight with Wrecky Spud too.
Oh, it definitely did, as it's been a long 2 days. Hey, but we get tomorrow off, and hey, we're back at it. We're going green. We got 26 to go. iRacing is struggling. But I know the solution. Here's the solution. Stop touching it.
Yeah.
And we're done touching it. We're done with it. What it does is what it does. As, let's see, who's used 2 fast repairs? We got a couple. It looks like Ambrose had to use both of his. And Grayson Pate, well, he used his. And he's 4 laps down, so It's going to be a tough battle to come back from if he's still here. And Duvidak, well, he's back in the lead. I'm disappointed as somehow he got a 1X.
Ooh, just dropped to the bottom, and he's dumping the lead now.
He did. He's going to link up with Daniel Holloway. So oh, actually, we got one more. So Duve was our second to last driver who's still having a clean night. We won't mention the last one. As, again, I think it caught on that I messed up, and they now know about these fast repairs. Because here they are, 3 wide again. They act like the regular season's ending tonight. Adam, come back. Well, we got one.
Oh, you know why we're missing?
41 going loose. He's going to break loose, and we're going to collect Len McNeese. He's going to go up to the wall, and this is going to be huge. Caution coming out.
Again, the list of drivers involved, longer than the list of drivers that are not.
You know who wasn't involved? He avoided this one just by being he was in front of it this time. Maddish, McNeese, Giffen, Osborne, Kniebel, Benke, Miz, Bell, Saxton, Williamson, Aldrich, Lingle, Fogg, Pate, Cook, Caputa, and Laurent, all with a 4X. Jacob Greenlee, he gets the avoidance through the grass of the 1X. And
well, if they didn't know they had 2 fast repairs, they definitely do now.
Oh, that was huge.
Smoke still clearing from the track.
And we'll watch this, I think. We're going to give this one the old rear chase. Right from the nose of Duvidak. And it starts. You see the push happening with the 41 on the inside. He brakes, goes high, comes back down. It's all good. But it creates a massive checkup. And that middle line doesn't know how to control it. And it's dominoes. You can't hit the brakes fast enough. And the guys that go further back, they get less and less time. Eventually, you're going to have to pile up somewhere. And you could see all the carnage and how many cars are actually still on the track. And it paid to be in the top 4. The 41 who actually broke loose, he's fine. Osborne saves it, stays out in front. All the chaos happens behind him as this will be 23 laps to go. Enough cautions, and these guys will be able to stretch this till the end. Green-white checkers, well, that's a different situation. I hope I turn those on tonight. Who knows what I did.
I don't know, but your associate producer can find out for you.
Yeah, we're going to have to make sure I actually turn those on. And, you know, where am I at here? What did I watch already? We got SCSRA Broadcasting. We got that one first. Let's head over and hear from our league sponsor, the Pit Stall. That's a quick one. And with that, look at that. We get enough time. We get to the pit stall, who is the ASR Tours League sponsor. And then we get a little bit of Heart. Heart, our national anthem engine starting sponsor. And we've hit them all with 21 to go. Something tells me, though, we're going to have plenty of breaks coming up. These guys haven't burned all the fast repairs, and, well, Hartney, we were on a roll. We were going to get out of here pretty quickly. You know, it is only still 9 o'clock my time, 10 yours, so still pretty early.
No, it's 9 o'clock my time.
Oh, you're central,
I'm
too?
not those crazy. Yeah, I'm not those crazy people like Eddie out on the East Coast.
Yeah, we get that nice central time, which always throws me off because, you know, you get that 6:30 practice opens here for these guys, and you're like, man, 6:30. I feel like I, just settled down. I'd say got home from work.
I just got home.
Yeah, I definitely took a nap. Today was nap day.
Isn't every day nap day?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes. I stayed at work a little bit later tonight. You got a set of teammates. They're going to start on the front row this time. And that's going to be Holloway and Todd Poston. Tyler Hurt and Dalton Gibson, they're going to start row 2. Osborne, Williamson, row 3. We'll see how long Candy Shack stays separated, as we will go back to the big screen. Looks like Ambrose catching up. He does catch the field just in the nick of time. Gets the car slowed down. Pace car is off, entering the Geico restart zone soon. It's such a long way. There it is. You hear those trucks spin back up.
A couple people slipped their tires on that restart.
Well, everybody seems to have pit. Wilder is on a 10-lap stint, so I think he took that lap back. He's back on the lead lap, which there's a ton of cars on the lead lap right now. I want to say, 30 of them. I think we only have 1, 2, how many we got here? 27?
27, yeah.
27 on the lead lap right now. So a lot of guys able to get laps back.
And for this late in the race at Talladega with this many accidents recently, I was doing pretty good.
Yeah. And you still have 2 drivers, TJ Maddish and Tommy Cook. They are 1 lap down, so they're going to be fighting for the lucky dog. And I'm surprised. I don't think Poston could get in front of his teammate. No surprise, Duvendak. Oh, he's going back to the high side. Who's going with him? He's got some cars. They're coming. They're not there yet. He doesn't want to lose his run. He tucks back in. But he's checking the mirror, sees him coming on the high side. Will he pop up? Oh, the hesitation from Duvendak. I thought he was going to poke out. He opts to stay where he's at.
He did there for a second, and that gap was closing. He hopped back down.
And Todd Poston finally clears his teammate. He's going to drop down in front of Daniel Holloway. A pair of squirrels riding behind him. It's going to be Osborne and Hurt. Oh, we're going to get another wreck as the third line is going to get turned in. And
guess who didn't make it?
It was Duvendak. He was in the uh-oh zone. I was going to say, if he survives this one, I don't know what to tell you. This one, oof. Looks like this one's collecting a ton of cars. Miz, Schroeder, Horst, Akers, Lingold, Duvendak, Saxon, Benke, Weber, Fogg, Hancock, Aldrich, Greenlee, McNeese, Ranger, Bell, Giffen, and Overstreet. So, let's see. We said he didn't make it. See what happens. We saw that high line completely get disintegrated, and, well, Looks like the first car, Schroeder coming to the middle. He's actually going to meet Duvendak in the middle. It pushes him into the wall. The front car, that's going to be the 128, gets spun around, and because they're sideways, you got two cars sideways, and it is just a barricade of traffic.
It was that JETS car that started it.
It was, as Andrew Schroeder just came in and not clear. I think he thought he had a little bit more room to come down, and the room was not there. So we've had quite a few wrecks, but they've been some big ones. They have not been light on damage, that's for sure.
Well, I'm looking at Duvendak's far chase, and it's the Jets car comes. Schroeder comes down too far into the track. There's some net code involved there. The biggest thing I'm noticing is that there's a lot of body parts that fell off the car and then came right back onto the car. So if that's not iRacing struggling tonight, that's a pretty good sign that it is. So.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and when it struggles, unfortunately, that's what you see a lot of is netcode.
Yeah.
I must have known it was going to struggle because that second fast repair coming in handy now.
Guy predicting the future.
Well, you figure, you tell Dev, hey, I'll make the session for you on Wednesday night. And I'll give them an extra fast repair too. And we'll just have chaos everywhere this week.
Well, let me know ahead of time. I'll go buy a different car. If you had a weight penalty to the Fords, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, I could definitely do that. At one point, I was going to do that to the Yodas in here when Todd Poston was on his run. In fact, I didn't do it intentionally. I loaded some crazy setup to the Yodas, and Poston, of course, rides in a Toyota. And he caught it in practice. We had to close the session down and restart that. I know you remember that one. I thought it was okay. Toyota's a little bit slower.
I was okay with it.
I mean, who's not okay with it? Now he should just get penalized. He still doesn't have a number, so I still try to figure out it's Todd Poston, but
Eddie says we don't want another fasty. Let's mess up and take the one away.
oof.
Rough.
Eddie, you might not need the fasty if you're out in front. There's not as much traffic up there. It's clean air.
I will say Eddie hardly ever uses a fast repair. It's mostly just at super speedways.
Oh, absolutely. I think you messed with my setup. Todd, it feels slow. I don't know what you're talking about. You battled your way back. You're up here in the front. Setup's good. But hey, I gave you an extra fast repair.
Is it another one of those texting and driving guys?
You know what? He is. He's used one fast repair. He's still got a second one. Old Misfit Zombies over there. Well, that's Mr. Poston.
Man, I'd love a car to feel slow and be in second place. That'd be awesome.
That's what I'm saying. As we've got one going to get that lap back. Tommy
Todd
Cook.
says about my number, talk to my painter.
Well, your painter's not doing a good job. He's killing it, right?
Hey, I got a guy for you, Morris Customs. He'll help you out.
You can find him on Facebook. Tommy Cook coming back. He's getting that lap back. He's got I don't know, Tommy Cook's car right now. Let's try to get back into this thing a little bit. The get well soon, Nate. As he's rocking that split two-color scheme. It's kind of like different versions of Lemonade. I like it.
Right?
As the field catching back up. So we started tonight with a super long run. Folks, we have an Adam St. John sighting in Facebook chat. Adam St. John is back in the chat.
So yeah, we started off the race really clean and kind of devolved from there.
Well, and you know, that's the nature of green flag pit stops. It really spread out this field. Most of the incidents happen inside the pit walls, which obviously isn't going to pull a caution. Now, updated rule so that all the viewers are aware. There are 15 laps to go. In 5 laps, we will be 10 to go. At 10 to go, there are no admin cautions allowed. All cautions will
Really?
fall only on iRacing. So, and if you think about it, if you're an admin and you throw a caution, people are going to complain. If you don't throw a caution, people are going to complain. So with 10 to go, you leave it up to iRacing, and you can have your complaints with them. I hear they have a complaints department. You might get a response. Is Todd Poston going to drop back in front of Daniel Holloway? That's going to have Osborne and Gibson and Chris Akers. Sneaky, sneaky Chris Akers popping his way. They're going to be in that middle line. The 15 of Ethan Horse, well, he's had a pretty decent night. He's been up here all night. He's the 4th car on the middle lane. Surprise, surprise. Here comes the 3rd line. Shooter McGavin trying to form it. It looks like Weber goes up. Duvendak goes up. And they're going to bring a little bit of help, and I believe that's going to be DJ Madish up there with them. High octane. Ooh, Akers, he's going to take the move, and he's going to come to the top. He's going to cut up into that high line, and man, 4 cars on the high line, 5 cars in the middle, and a slew on the bottom. Who's going to be faster?
The top one just needs to get a little bit closer.
And on that high line, you have some of the best pushers in the league. We'll see if they're able to link up. Well, Madish poking down a little bit. DJ, there's nowhere you can go. You chose to go to the high line. You are in it to ride now. That gap will not open until after Sean Wilder, and that's going to follow you all the way back. Looks like Will Weber, he's going to stay in that high line. He's the last car there. He would be the first option to jump down and try to get into the second line. It looks like Wilder just came into the high line. He did. The high line is forming over the middle line. They are trying to get past Osborne and the Squirrels. Interesting. There's a ton of cars trying to get into that 3rd line right now. And it doesn't matter because Dalton Gibson is pushing Jeremy Osborne all by himself. High line's coming on a surge. Oh, DJ Madish almost breaks loose. Akers going top all the way to the bottom like it's the Chicago Freeway, and it's going to cost him his teammates as they are going to get wrecked. And we've got another monster one. A huge move by Chris Akers. I think that might claim his teammates to the back. Here's the move, and let's ride with Akers. And we'll do a little rear as we try to find the 29. I gotta go find another Harvick number. You know, Chris used to run the 4, made it really easy. Nope. Had to be difficult and change it. So here's the move from Akers. He drops high all the way down. And at the same time, ooh, that looks like netcode that just claims the 41. We're going to have to ride with the 07 here because I don't know if he actually makes contact. And we said iRacing has definitely had its issues. Let's see. We'll go bring it back to a chase. Oh, we might actually have to go to the nose here to try to get a really good look. And he does make contact. Gets into Osborne. We said how incredible of a job he was doing. This time he just doesn't hit him square. And chaos ensues behind. And in this view, you can see Laurent. Well, she's facing the wrong way. John Bell, he's in the grass.
Do yourself a favor and go on board with Jeremy Osborne and see how close that is.
Oh, old Jeremy Osborne, huh? Let's see, and we're going to go... Where is Osborne? You're saying go with Osborne.
Mm-hmm.
We're going
the gyro. 41.
Oh, we do a little gyro action here. Oh man, he's going for a ride. We're gonna play this live.
You see how fast 29 cuts across his nose. I wouldn't doubt that he cracked the throttle a little bit, which stacked everything up behind him.
Oh, I think you have to at that point. You just see Akers fly across him. It almost looks like Akers is gonna wreck, but Akers is just making a move to get to the bottom. Cracking the throttle, and it checks up, and that checkup, well, it leads to another big caution tonight. So from starting the night, extremely long ran and clean, to, well, a lot of incidents in the final 50. And it claims...
Have you looked at your incident counter today?
Oh, I'm looking at it now. It's up there. And honestly, it's one car going, and it is taking the field with them.
Yep.
Oh, Todd, your Skittles are all over the track again. Well, Chris Akers, he's going to be your leader. He lost a teammate, though. You see Todd Poston looking for his Skittles. He's, well, he's fallen. He's gone back to 9th, so he's relatively close. He's got one teammate in Holloway. He's 4th. He's got another one in 13th in 343. Hancock, the only one not running a some sort of chocolate. Might want to get him like a, I don't know, like an Almond Joy. What do you think? We got a Kit Kat now. I didn't say it had to be a good one. It ain't got to be a good chocolate.
We need some peanut butter. Oh, we need those caramel Reese's.
Yes, no, but that Akers runs that one, so he's got to put the caramel.
I know, he needs to change it to the caramel one.
You don't want an M&M. It's too common.
Carmelado.
Yes. I'd put a Wonka bar.
You know what? A whatchamacallit.
Yes. How about a Mr. Beast bar or Mr. Beast bar?
Or Mr. Beast chocolate? Yeah.
Maybe reach out to him. Try to get him to sponsor you.
There you go.
He'll make us all YouTube famous.
A question, guy. If you're Chris, do you make that move to the inside to get to your teammate?
Absolutely not. I go one lane at a time. I get dropping from the high. Chris is a little bit more experienced than me. If I would have done that, I would have gone off the track and I would have been the only car wrecking. I would have went right from top all the way down to the bottom, not corrected it. I just
if it was me, I would have done that, hit the apron, come back up and wreck the whole field myself.
Yep. You'd get the same outcome. The only difference is I'd be wrecked with them. Yeah, I think Chris right now looking, he's up there in the points. I don't think anyone's going to catch him. He's looking for the regular season championship.
Yeah.
He's locked into the playoffs. He's always going to go out here and compete. But man, that's a big move, and it cost you your teammate there. So, you see Todd's out here, though. Them Skittles he's putting them back in the car. He's about 5 cars back. And this time around, we are going to have 7 fantastic laps to go. There's no green, white checkers there. I'm going to just turn them off. If we say there's none, they won't need them, and we'll finish it.
There you go. As Eddie and I say before every race, it's going to be a shit show.
Absolutely. I think you kind of expect it with the Super Speedway, and Talladega is the place. You see every caution tonight has been a big one. The league's got to be thankful I messed up and gave them the second fast repair, because there'd be a lot of cars right now out of this race. Duvendak this time, he's going to link up with Chris Akers. He's got Mr. Carl Lingle with him. Daniel Holloway, he's doing the pushing on DJ Madish, high octane. Ooh, Holloway, where you going? It's going to file DJ Madish up to the high side. That was kind of a weird transition, and I think it kind of...
Oh, here we go again.
It's going to be another big one, as it's going to be bumper, and we're under 10, so it's got to come from iRacing, and it looks like they may have saved this. No, it comes out. It had to come from iRacing. Yep, if no one comes up the track, it looks like they had saved it enough. iRacing would let it go. And that could have pushed us to the end of this race. Well, Tony Starch getting his money's worth tonight. He was bored the first half of the race. The potato is here. And I think we're going to have to go with DJ Madish here. We called out the transition, and we're going to go back a little bit further. So if we go with Daniel Holloway in that 21, we'll put it in one of them far chases. And let's just slow-mo it here. Something happens right off the rip. You've got the 9 is coming up on the outside. Right here, you see the shuffle happen. Holloway doesn't know if is he going down, is he staying high. Madish comes up. He's a little bit slower. Gets hit. Then he's going to get hooked right. Ooh, it actually is going to hook 199. Hooks him into the high line, and Matt Williamson going to be the reason that we go for a ride here. And that looks... We've got one car sideways, but you see he straightens back out. So iRacing is not going to caution for that. He's straight out. He's going again. And I think as we go further back, you have that one car come back on, and the caution comes out. I kind of like the iRacing must throw the caution, because on that one, as an admin, you want to throw the caution. You really do. But is there enough cars wrecked? It's hard as an admin. You know there's wrecking. The drivers are calling wrecking, but they can't see everything. So,
well, even then, even if the drivers do call out wrecking, if everyone's going straight right after and there's no cars coming up behind them, I wouldn't throw that. But it's kind of hard to do it while in the race. So I definitely understand and agree with iRacing throwing the cautions the last 10 laps.
Yeah, because the last 10, you know, it could change the whole outcome of this race and declare a winner. So, and that's not saying iRacing is always correct, because we know that is not the case.
No, it's not. Daytona's one of those two that it has some really big runoff zones, and man, you could be on the inside wall on the back straight after getting spun out of 2, and iRacing will never throw that caution. And
you could sit there the rest of the race.
Yep. And it'll just be like, yep, stay there, bud. You'll be all right.
Well, it looks like Madish, Williamson, and John Bell all go in. They're coming off the pits now.
Adam in chat. Tony Starch has a bit of something about Mary Jail happening tonight.
Oh, no. I said we're going to need St. John over here, he's going to have to be the voiceover for Tony Starch. I want a lot of crikeys.
Man.
He'll give me the perfect Australian accent. It's going to be epic.
Considering he's from Australia, I would hope so.
And then you could even put a little bit of, we'll go a little Hobbit. Steve Hoppet, he does his own little broadcasting stint, and man, it's just a different beast down there. Hard to think. We're saying, oh man, it's 9:30 at night. Well, Adam, what time is it over there? About 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning?
Man, we tried to figure this out last time. It's 9:30 here. He's 15 hours ahead.
Yeah.
No, he's 14 hours ahead, so that makes it noon 30 there. I think he's on his lunch break when he's watching us.
There you go.
He's actually from the future. He said he could provide us with the lottery numbers in the winning basketball games or baseball games, but I still haven't gotten anything yet. 11:53 his time.
Yep, so right around noon.
Yep.
They've
got those crazy half hour
the half-hour time changes.
intervals.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've only ever been to one country that has that, and that was Afghanistan. Had a half hour. I was like, man, what time is it? This doesn't even make sense. I thought we'd do hours. Nope. Here's an extra 30 minutes.
Well, we're coming to green here, and this is going to be our unofficial green-white checker. We're going to have 3 laps left at the line. No, 2 laps left at the line, so gonna be interesting.
Yeah, we'll have 3 laps remaining as we go green. So, Akers and Duvendak starting up in the front. Carl Lingle, Jason Miz going to be responsible for the pushing. Holloway and Poston starting 5th and 6th. Greenlee and Hancock 7th, 8th. Saxton and Tyler Hurt going to close out the top 10. Pace car going away in a slow fashion. You know what? I like when he does the dramatic exit. This is a little bit ridiculous.
I like the dramatic exit.
Like, what is he doing right now? Just taking his sweet time, like he's just on the highway taking the exit ramp. Side by side they go. Akers has both his fast repairs. Duvendak still has one of his. The pushers, though, well, they're both out of fast repairs. How long does it last until we get one car pop into that 3rd lane? Holloway, he's shifting up. Poston coming down. Oh, Poston going to get contact. Woo! If you're Jason Miz, you felt that rear getting contacted. Yo. So, Duvendak right now in the lead. He's got Poston pushing. He's got Akers behind him. Well, he's got a slew of Candy Shack. He's got Carl Lingle. If you're Duve, you want to make it around. Let's get through this backstretch. You see Candy Shack coming up. And they're going to link up with the 128. That's going to be Jason Miz. Miz is going to leave him out there. They're going to try to get Duvendak trapped behind them. Duvendak pulling back up. We'll post in that bottom line, get a little squirrely there. As I think we are about to see it. No caution, no caution, no caution. The white flag is going to fly. See, I knew putting those green-white checkers, taking them off, it would work out. And here comes the big wreck.
The field.
And it's not going to matter. We're going to have a 4-on-4 push. Osborne coming to the help that outside. Akers going to hop to the top. Duvendak trying to push Todd Poston. Todd says the car feels a little bit slow. Let's see if Duvendak can push him past. They're going to come out of 4. Poston got the edge on his teammate. The high line forming. Duvendak trying to push. He inches Todd Poston back to get the win. It's going to be Poston, Akers, Duvendak. And they finish this thing under green with some wrecking going on behind. Yeah, buddy, we're going to have to take a look here at our results page. Poston, Akers, Duvendak, Jason Miz, Team Pennsylvania, Carl Lingle, Nathan Aldrich, Russell Hancock, Daniel Holloway, Jeremy Osborne, and Len McNeese. Well, all right, well, looks like, what is that? 3 of the admins win the race. You guys have a good night. We'll catch you Wednesday night. We won't even interview them. But what we will do is we'll head to a quick commercial. We'll let them get organized, and then we will get them up here in the booth one by one. All right, Mr. Duvendak, welcome to the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I do.
And look, Chris Akers, he don't even know where he's going. He's going up into race control in his own little world up there. Man, how you feeling after tonight, man? You put the message out there to keep it clean. 50-some laps. They go on a huge run. Separates the field with a little bit of incidents happening in pit road, which is great. Field finally comes back together, and it is big one after big one after big one, and I think they realized that I gave them an extra fast repair by accident.
Yeah, well, everyone kind of realized that when we started the race, so luckily it didn't lead to anything too crazy early in the race, but I think once the field got bunched back up after our first caution, guys are like, well, I mean, I got 2 fast repairs to play with, time to go racing for the second half, so started to get a little ugly there, but overall, it's a really good race. I'm impressed. First half of the race, everyone really cleaned their stuff up from the last few weeks, and we had a good long, I think we got, 2 green flag pit stops in there?
Oh, yeah. 50 laps, so made it all the way through both stages green.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun to get the field kind of spread out, and that's when you get to see who's a good pusher and who's not, because then you get like 4 or 5 separate packs out there, and then you can kind of tell who's doing good on pit stops and who can use their pushing abilities to kind of catch everyone back up to each other. So I think there was only like 4 or 5 of us on the lead lap that were in that main pack there over that long green flag run. So it's definitely not what we wanted to see with the caution.
No, you didn't get the caution at the very end. Todd Poston somehow got wiped out after Chris went from the 3rd lane all the way down. Kind of spooked the middle lane a little bit. We thought that was going to be it for Todd Poston. He battles back, man, and you stayed with him and pushed him past his teammate. So, heck of a job tonight. You guys took 1 stage, and that was with Mr. Will Weber. We brought him up for stage 1. Lingle took the 2nd one. We knew it was a matter of time before Lingle was going to take some points somewhere. He's been pretty consistent.
Knocking it out of the park. Another top 5 tonight.
Another top 5. So Carl Lingle's going to the postseason. There's not even a question about it. this 1-2-3 finish, all three of you guys are going to the postseason. So, man, you knew there could be a little bit of chaos. We knew with the season coming to an end tonight, regular season coming closed, and a big 4-car shootout next week. One thing we're gonna ask is don't push the points. Don't let them know who made it in. We may throw that on Thursday's show and make them tune in and find that out.
Okay.
Oh, Duvendak, that means you have to come on the show Thursday.
Sucker.
I'll give you my wife's number. You'll have to call her and ask.
I'll ask for you. I got you.
You got it, bud. One of us will do it.
I'll send.
Hey, we'll do that live on the air too.
There you go. It'd be like the radio station. We'll just prank her.
Oh, that'd be funny.
This is Tony Stark up in the booth. She'd be like, "Guy, what do you want, idiot?"
What the hell's going on? Who the hell's Tony Stark?
What are you talking about? But man, heck of a job tonight. We watched your car a couple times, trying to see. I think you've got your own horseshoe. You got in a couple incidents, but for the most part, man, your wreck avoidance is insane. I don't know how you got around some of those big ones. So congratulations, finishing regular season with the top 3, and on to the postseason we shall go.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of big ones out there tonight. I don't know if we had any small wreck. I think all 7 cautions were freaking ginormous. So
they were huge.
Those 2 fast repairs definitely helped out everyone tonight. But overall, I mean, 7 cautions, 2 fast repairs. When I saw 2 fast repairs, I was like, oh, Jesus. It's the cutoff race for the playoffs, 2 fast repairs. This is going to be a freaking disaster. So to only have 7 cautions, I'm excited about that. I'm proud of everyone for being able to hold it together and not pull their heads off their shoulders and drive like a bunch of idiots out here because of the 2 fast repairs.
Well, you can thank Mr. Overstreet for that. His league's got 2 fast repairs, and broadcasting it last night, I just kind of followed suit, I guess. But hey, I told you the setup was up. You could have went and checked it. I'm glad you never checked me because I get a surprise every time I do it.
Well,
I'm just curious. How many weeks in a row are you going to let Guy mess up the sessions?
At this point, we're starting to put up odds, and we're betting on what he'll mess up each week. So it's kind of exciting to see how he changes it up each week and how he manages to screw something else up.
Yeah, I mean,
a little bit of surprise in your life.
It's a little curveball. It's something you're not going to expect until you're loading into the session.
Well, those prop bets are important. So pick your bet. You put it in the Discord, and if you don't win it, well, we'll take your money and put it somewhere. But if you do win it, I'll pay you back eventually. It might take me a little bit. But
yeah, just don't make unlimited green whites or like a 400 lap race.
Oh man, you know what? I actually had Hartney go check it. I said, "Can you go check to make sure I even put green whites on?" But thankfully, we didn't need it tonight. So
yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's going to check the box where the caution laps don't count.
I'm just going to turn damage off next time.
Oh God,
It's gonna be crazy.
That'll be like my destruction derby races I used to hold.
Well,
That'll be a giant crap show.
And we'll make sure we do it at iRacing too, so it becomes even more exciting. But all right, man. Well, we'll give you the opportunity. Thank the wife and kids. Make sure you mention every kid. I don't want to hear about it tomorrow. But the floor is yours, bud.
All right. I thank you two for coming up in the broadcast booth. Welcome back, Hartney. It's good to see you, even if you are in the broadcast booth. Thanks for helping us out. Got to thank the Pit Stall for jumping on board, sponsoring the league for our season 1. SCSRA for letting us use their broadcasting channel. This has been a great collaboration between the 2 leagues, and it's continuing to grow each and every week, not just with followers, but we're picking up new leagues to do now. So definitely love to see that growth with everyone tuning in to all the different leagues on the channel. Gotta thank my wife. She was down here a little bit ago, pulling her hair out, trying to get all 4 kids and the dog to chill out and get upstairs. And at one point during that green flag run, I had 4 different kids coming and hugging me and yanking on my shoulder while I was out here pushing people. So that got a little nerve-wracking. Thank my kids, Isabella, Emma, Grayson, and Scarlett. And like I said, thank my wife for everything she does. I wouldn't be able to do not just Monday nights, but Wednesday nights and all the other league stuff that goes on behind the scenes without her. So and last but not least, got to thank everyone here for in the league and all the drivers at ASR. The 10th race of the season going into the playoffs. 32 people still showing up. I freaking love that because a lot of leagues you'll see die down as the playoffs start and postseason begins. So hopefully we can keep that number consistent and right around there the rest of the season. And then last but not least, I'll congratulate Todd. He made a great move to the go lap there. Chris went with him. Fortunately, I already had a couple wins in the bag and locked in the playoffs, so there was no need to try to throw a risky block there and wreck the whole field. So I had to hope Carl could do everything he could, and at that point they got down in front, and just a slam battle from there to the finish.
Yeah, man, it was definitely a fantastic finish. Stages went into photo, finish went into a little bit of a photo. We had to go back and check it, but man, heck of a night. We'll let you get out of here and go do your celebrating. Get Mr. Chris Akers up in here.
I appreciate that. I didn't know it was that close, so that's pretty badass too.
It was close, man. Stage 2, I couldn't even call it. I had to have Heart and Ego check it, so it was close.
It was good to see Carl get one there, man. I was with that last restart, I saw Carl right here in the top 5 again, and I was like, he's second on the bottom. If he can push Chris clear and he gets clear and jumps up in front of me, oh god, I would love to push him to a win, but just didn't come to fruition that way. And I mean, we also got a good finish out of it, and we didn't die, so that's the most important thing.
Yeah, buddy. But all right, man. Well, we'll let you get out of here, and we will catch you Wednesday night, as we'll be up in the booth, and you're making that last push at Texas for your playoff run.
Yes, sir. That's going to be a fun night at Texas, and then we'll be kicking off playoffs off over there on Wednesday, starting next week. So it'll be exciting there.
Yeah, man. So, all right. Well, we'll catch you Wednesday.
All right, brother. You guys have a good night.
You too.
And Duvendak finishing 3rd, long-winded tonight. And we're going to bring in, Chris Akers. You know, Chris, you made the crazy move. You went from the top all the way to the bottom. And I said, if that's me, I go flying off the track. I completely take out the entire field. It ended up costing Todd Poston. We thought it was going to end his night. But somehow he gets back up there. You guys make an incredible move to get around Duvendak. You split it up, and it becomes a shove fest from there. And Duvendak able to push your teammate past you, man. But still a 1-2 finish for Candy Shack, so congratulations.
Yes, sir. It was a good finish for Candy Shack tonight. I didn't think I was ever going to get back on a lead lap. Kept having little issues here and there. Oh, but yeah, that move, I knew I had to jump all the way down and jump down there with my teammates. And then I looked in the mirror, turned my mirror back on halfway down the backstretch. And was like, wait, where'd everybody go? I thought maybe I'd have caused that wreck or something happened, but no, the guys would tell me I was good. But man, that was a fun race. Kept it clean for a very long time. Had a little cautions there at the end, but man, bring home second, take home the regular season champion. Pretty happy with that. Take home regular season team champions. That's awesome.
Ooh, regular season we'll give you, but team champion is not done yet. You got some work to do, but
you got that right now.
I heard you might get docked 50,000 points for something next week. I forget what I docked you for last week. We still haven't applied
Just
that.
171 points, right?
Your teammates actually agreed to the docking, so that's yeah.
We're up to challenges.
But man, at one point tonight, you pit alone. What was going on with Chris Akers?
No communication on Discord, so I couldn't talk to the team. And then I was 0.9 for that lap, so I didn't have enough to make it all the way around, so I went ahead and went in. And then caught a speed penalty and just went downhill from there. But luckily, I should have had my lap back that next caution, but the good old 0x from bump drafting cost me that. So I just worked my tail off from there to stay clean and stay up front of the lead cars.
Well, man, you were definitely able to get it done. You took second tonight, only beat by your teammates. So you know, if you can't win it, you might as well lose to Todd, right? I mean, the guy's in the booth all the time.
Yeah, what a race back to the finish line, man. That was awesome.
And finally, Todd's able to pick up his Skittles, which we're gonna dock him this win anyway. He doesn't have his number, and he says it's not his fault, but I don't blame him.
Oh, shoot. It's a mixture.
Oh, man. But congratulations on the second place tonight, man. We'll let you get out of here and get to the booth. But before you do, man, you know we're going to end it. Floor is all yours.
Same as always. Got to thank you for putting on the broadcast. Thanks, Duve, and you for putting on this league. Y'all do an awesome job. Love racing in it. Shout out to CSM for finishing 1, 2, and 8, and then Russ finished 7.
7,
all did
yeah, all in top 10.
Yeah, and shout out to Dad for always spotting and crew chiefing for us, telling us we got damage, tell us where wrecks are, the whole 9. And shout out to Mom for watching and everybody else on YouTube watching. I appreciate it.
All right, Chris. Well, you locked in. We're going to the playoffs. Your safe week 1 is it's going to become a 4-person shootout in that you won't be involved in. But after that, it is all down to business as we go into the chase, man. So good luck going forward, and we will catch you next week.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
You too. And that's Mr. Chris Akers. He takes home. Whoa, I just lost my Discord. I didn't really lose my Discord. It's okay, Hartney. I just hit the
I'll say I can fix it for you if you need to.
I know I hit the wrong button, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. This guy's going to lose his win. He still has no number on his car. He finally gets the Dark Cloud out of here. He picks the Skittles off the track after his teammate comes way down and it cost him his car. But Todd Poston, man, how you feeling? Finally back to winning.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's either first, second, or dead last almost. That's how this season's gone.
Well, you definitely had an opportunity that it was not looking good for Todd Poston. I do believe the second fast repair may have, you didn't have to use it. You only had to use one tonight, but man, I thought you were dead after that second wreck. You came out 7th, able to link back up with Chris. You guys make an incredible move to get around Duvendak and Carl Lingle. And from there, it's, you got Duvendak pushing you. You expect that he's not going to leave you. And he's able to push it as he just killed you. As I'm speaking about Duvendak, he kills you. But you're able to get it done, man. You're able to get past your teammate and finally back to winning, man. So congratulations. How we feeling about going into the playoffs?
Oh, feeling great. Like I said, this should be fun. Actually, going back to what you were saying, though, I didn't have to use the second fast repair there when Chris dropped down. The car was fine. I never even had to pit.
Man, so it just stayed out there. I saw in the chat you said you were feeling a little bit sluggish. Well, let me tell you something. If I hope when my car feels sluggish, I got your car. Because that thing makes it all the way to the end, man. So
For real.
Yeah, there's something about it. It felt slow. I'm not exactly how to explain it, but it just felt slow and sluggish until it got up to like it had to basically spool up.
And that's it. Maybe it was a little hidden power thing I gave you for the Yoda tonight. Since I gave everybody a fast repair, I said, you know what? We'll take some power away from Todd. We'll give him a little bit longer to get up. So
change the gear ratio a little bit.
Just a little bit, and we obviously know I'm not smart enough for all that. I make enough mistakes.
Yeah, I was a little concerned that it might get pretty bad with 2 fast repairs, but the guys did pretty good, not having to use them.
Man, and I'll tell you what was really incredible is the amount of 3-wide racing that we saw tonight, and not having as many cautions. I think, the green flag pit stops always get the field spread out a little bit, and there's still incidents happening down pit road, and that's allowing the field to really get split up. And in the long run, that's not going to allow the cautions. Both stages went green. One taken by Lingle, one taken by Will Weber. Candy Shack was up there in both of them. But, man, you rebounded nicely tonight, and you're able to get it done and bring it home to finish the regular season with this big win. So congratulations to you and your teammates.
Yeah, that was fun. It's always fun when you kind of get the result you want at the end, but it's been a fun season, so hopefully it continues into the playoffs.
Well, next week's going to be the first elimination race. You're going to see 4 drivers compete for the final 2 spots. So I expect to see a little bit of chaos as they head to Daytona. I believe the last race of the trucks, I think that's what I said earlier, is 1 or 2 left of trucks. And then Xfinity on until we find the champion's pick for the championship, man. So congratulations. I don't want to keep you up here too much longer, but I definitely want to give you the opportunity, man, to give all your thank yous and send out your love. So floor's yours.
Yeah, like I said, just got to thank you guys always broadcasting and for Duvendak and putting the league on and everything like that. And then Duvendak at the end right there for pushing. I know Chris jumped out. We always want to have fun on the last lap. You don't want to just be teammates right into the end. So luckily Duvendak stayed in line and pushed me around Chris at the end.
Man, that was huge. So congratulations. We'll let you get out of here, and we will head to next week where the playoffs do begin.
I got to mention one more thing. I think Russ did enough there with that 7th place finish to lock him into the chase, too.
Well, and I'm trying to stay away from the 343. I got him last night as Russ. I got every wreck Russ was in last night, and he called me out post race. So I'll stay away from the 343. We're not going to announce our leaderboard. I told Duvendak we're going to try to wait till Thursday.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I just going off pure not knowing the facts. I think we might have got him sneaked in.
It's going to be close, and I think it's going to come down to stage points for those 4 for sure. And he may still have to battle, but hey, that's the good thing about this league is 4 drivers are going to battle for 2 spots. So, and Russ pretty consistent up there. Should be an interesting run. But,
yes, sir. It's going to be fun.
All right, man. Well, congratulations again, and off to Daytona we go next week.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Hartney, I think that's going to be it for us. We better get our rest. I know there's some big races coming up here in the next couple days, not even a week. How you feeling about going to Wednesday night? Devtona winner?
I like Texas a lot, but I know I am not the fastest. From the practice that I've done so far and who I've practiced with. So as much as I enjoy it, I think I'm just going to look for a clean race. Realistically, all I need is 5 laps. That's what counts as a race in the SCSRA. So I'm not counting out maybe a top 10, top 5 would be awesome. But I'm going to be as cordial and nice as I can be. I'm the one that typically gets run over, and I'm okay with it. It is what it is. It's racing. It's a game. It's not the rest of our lives. I know there's a lot of people looking for as many points as they can. I'm not saying I'm going to let them by, but I will allow people to race as they need to race. That ends Thursday morning, though.
Oh, Thursday morning, all bets are off as it is going to be playoff time, and there are some good tracks coming up in the Next Gen Series over at SCSRA. So,
well, our first race in the playoffs is what, Darlington?
It is Darlington, and if you are the 99, there's a couple drivers, but I know that 99 who I sit in the booth with.
Yeah.
He loves it, and I don't know why, because I don't get it.
I'm not a fan of it either. So that's where the consistency is going to take key here in the playoffs. So we got Darlington and then Bristol. Bristol's not. Oh, that's right. And then Bristol's in the second part. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's Talladega for an elimination race. It's
dude. I
chaos.
now pay attention to 4 leagues now. I can't keep them all straight.
And they all have Talladega.
So that's anybody's game. Darlington is going to be who can figure that track out best in the next gens. Same with trucks, and then Talladega, it's anybody's game. Maybe I'll keep the streak alive with Daytona and next gens and win the next super speedway. Who knows? Then Bristol in the second round. That's going to be Eddie's game, man. So it's going to be. There's a lot of competition heading into this, and then Las Vegas is also Eddie's track where he dominated last season.
It's
so
just a shootout, man. It's going to be such exciting racing the next 5-6 weeks. So
it's literally 5 races where anybody could win.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's like bringing a super speedway mentality where it's anybody's race any week.
It is.
It's gonna be chaos, and we're just 5 weeks away from having either a recrown of a champion or possibly a new champion. So we're just gonna have to stay tuned.
There's so many guys with so much speed. Riley Gomes, Ryan Gomes, Sharn Hill. You know, obviously the regular guys, Eddie, Devin, Josh is up there. I mean, so there's just so many drivers that are so fast. Oh man, it's gonna be a hell of a playoff. If it ends up anything like how the last 7 are sitting right now, where it's a 10-point, 20-point, 30-point game, it's gonna be a hell of a playoff season. That's for sure.
Man, it's going to be awesome. But you can tune in Wednesday night and see you can take your bets on who's going to make the playoffs. We'll have the logo back up. I know Eddie Morris, he's Morris Customs. He's going to do a great job making me one of those point bars again and just show how close the points are over there. But Thursday night show, man, it's going to be a good one. I think that's a great reveal party. We'll see what drivers are making the playoff run. So we're just going to have to wait.
It's going to be fun. Thanks for joining, everybody. Subscribe, like, do all the fun things if you haven't already. Definitely helps out the channel. We are working towards 100 subscribers. So we're about 18 away right now. So I'll get there and keep this channel growing so that we can keep bringing you great content.
All right. Well, we'll catch everybody Wednesday night. And that's going to be it from us in the booth. And y'all have a great Tuesday. Peace.